Hi, this is gonna be my first speech in my speech class, and I'm gonna be talking about my dad. So, I've grown up without him. I lost him when I was at a young age. I was 4 years old when he took his life. So I pretty much grew up without a dad. My mom did find love later in my life. I was 7 years old when I got a stepdad, but I honestly do believe that my dad had a lot to do with how I grew up and how I became the person I am today. What I mean by that is I've learned to accept change, accept the things that the way they are, accept that things you accept the things that essentially you have no control over. And what I mean by that is you won't be able to change anything or everything that goes wrong in your life. You won't be able to fix those stuff. And at one point, you just have to accept the fact that it's going to stay like that forever. And that's something I grew up with, having to accept, having to swallow, having to grow up with my mom, a single mom, and my older brother. It was just us, and we were happy. Yeah, we didn't have my dad, but for a long time, I was able to understand the fact that I can't bring him back. And for the longest time ever, my mom was alone. My mom was alone raising us, and that led me to really have such a strong opinion over my mom. I really love her, and she sacrificed so much for us. She really did. And because of the fact that she raised me, my brother, single until for a good 5 years until my stepdad came in the picture, it was a lot. It was a lot for her, and that just made me. I love her, and whenever she tells me to go to college, to go to work, to get a nice job, so I don't end up like her, it makes me like think to myself, why would I want to be like you? You're such a strong woman. You were such a strong person. You put up with so much for so many years. You've done so much for everything, and that's why I want to talk about stuff that doesn't belong to you. For example, people. You will lose people in your life. You will lose time. You will lose time. You will lose the nutrients that go in your body. A good example of this statement is the fact of your breath. Your breath is not yours to keep, and if you do try to hold that breath in, life will be there to remind you that breath does not belong to you. And I'm bringing this up because you're gonna have to accept the fact that things won't be the way you want them to be, and you have to understand and appreciate that in life. If you want to live happily, if you want to live peacefully, and if you want to live by the way, if you want to live happily, you want to live happily. Sorry, my headband's falling. You have to understand that. You have to accept that if you want to live the way you want to live, if you want to live and understand the fact that no one will belong to you, nothing will belong to you, and if you do accept that, you will. I don't know how to say this. You'll be one with yourself, and you'll be a peaceful person like me. I think I think it's helped me change a lot, and I like who I've become because of that fact. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.